And it's interesting to hear you talk about that set of politics, which was, of course, local, but, from our point of view here, has sort of an international bent. And then to think about how politics operate here in Michigan and here in the city council. Obviously, Michigan has had a rough couple of years. I don't think anyone would deny that. And, how do you feel that your experiences in those sorts of movements in Sri Lanka relate to your experiences and your plans for here?
Well, the common theme or the common thread that I see between Sri Lankan politics and here, neighborhood after neighborhood. I'm doing a grassroots level campaign here. I go to every single house and talk to people. And the common theme is, I guess this is something to do with politics and society. Most neighborhoods that I go into, they feel that they are not represented by their politicians, and that's something common that I feel like as an activist. I always tell them I'm not a politician, I'm an activist, I'm a social activist. I'm taking on a political role. I don't want to be a typical politician where you have your vested interests and big money coming in. So on principle, I have not taken any money from any businessman or any developer, because a lot of people feel that Ann Arbor politics has been hijacked by developers. So I have not taken any money from any of these groups, and I have only taken very small donations from well-wishers, supporters and neighbors and friends, and I'm running a grassroots level politics. So what I get from my past politics is listening to your constituents and listening and carrying out politics, and that gap between the politicians and the people was of course much greater under armed conditions, where when you are let's say the Tamil Tigers, you have your guns, so you don't need to listen to people. People need to listen to you, otherwise you get killed. So similarly with the Sri Lankan government. But here it's different. You don't get killed. But as I begin to get more and more into my campaign, I realize power structures are so hard to change because there is vested interest, and especially some of the politicians in our city government, like especially the mayor, has been there for 10 years. So you really get entrenched and you have all those vested interests behind you. So it is a battle. It's not a battle with guns, but it is a battle nevertheless. I consider what we are doing is almost like a regime change, because you have the mayor and the current council members who are so powerful that it's kind of a David and Goliath thing that's going on.